Welcome to the first episode of Blue Lock Stocks, where we're gonna review the latest chapter and analyze which player stocks went up, down, and then rank them. There's also the stock potential, which means that how likely is it gonna vary or is it gonna go up. And lastly, a disclaimer: we're only talking about the U20 players, so no masters like Loki or Noel Noah. Without further ado, let's get into this. Today we got chapter 257. The chapter starts off where it was last left off. Hiyori's pass goes to find Isagi. Isagi dodges everyone in PXG and Shiro locks in on him, but then the ball falls behind and Isagi doesn't even care. It's revealed that actually Kunigami gets the ball and passes it to Isagi. Isagi then rushes towards the goal just to be met by two last opponents, Rin and Kaiser, coming from both sides. He goes for a lefty shoot, but it was actually a fake and tricks Rin. And then he also fakes out Kaiser, who thought he was going to trap the ball, but he actually just bangs in with a volley into the goal. Now first off, we have Isagi. He managed to get past all the defenders in PXG, even getting rid of Shiro by coercing Kunigami to helping him, and then finally faking Rin with his lefty shoot and scoring over Kaiser with his direct shot, which tied up the game 1-1. So yeah, overall Isagi got an insane stock rise. However, Isagi's stock potential is at a moderate level. It's hard to imagine him getting another power up again or another goal, but it's definitely possible. Then we have Itoshi Rin. His stocks are stable. It didn't go up or down too much because Isagi just achieved a higher stage. Rin didn't really get worse than his last stock projection, so he's stable. He got outplayed by Isagi, but still he could read him more than Shiro and the rest of the PXG defense while being the striker. But his stock's potential is really high. There's a really high chance that he scores another super goal just to one-up Isagi this game. So for Rin, stable stocks, high potential. Following that, we got Michael Kaiser. His stocks decreased slightly. As the one who was portrayed to be one of the top players in the entire Neo Egotist League, he's falling kinda short, constantly behind Isagi. This chapter, Kaiser again lost to Isagi, even though he's managed to read slightly further ahead of Rin because he anticipated that his lefty shoot was going to be a feint. They both got fooled at the end. So I say Rin and Kaiser are around the same level based on their performance, although I do think Kaiser will have a comeback. Therefore, his stocks have been going down for a while now, but his stock potential, similar to Rin, has a really high potential to go up, but it also has a high potential to go down because if he still doesn't score by the end of the match, he's officially a fraud. Also, we gotta talk about how Kunigami stocks are rising. He manages to get a clean assist with Isagi and get the ball while no one was expecting it. He's also performing above anything he showed before, not only locking down Shido, but also contributing to the team goal. His stock potential is moderate. He's probably still gonna be cooking this game, but he might not shine as much as Isagi just did. Next, we gotta talk about Shido. His stocks are stable for now. After his super goal, he went to defend Isagi, which is valid, but then he got outplayed just like most of the PXG defense. In that sense, he's still under Rin and Kaiser. His stock potential though is very low because he's already done a super goal and he likely won't have much screen time for the rest of the game. Lastly, Hiyori got a small stock increase just from his pass last chapter, which landed this chapter. So that's a slight increase, but his stock potential is also moderate just like Kunigami for the same reasons. So here's a summary for this chapter's stocks. With these updates, we can now have a new ranking for the top 10 in the match currently. Here it is. So that'll just wrap up our first episode of Blue Lock Stocks. If you have any suggestions or disagreements, agreements, just comment them below. I'll try to respond to every single one of them.